No, I'm not going to say it. Why? Because I'm not going to review it. I'm done. I'm not going to keep torturing myself by reading this crap. I risk psychological harm by continuing to witness this monumental disaster. So instead, I'm just going to have a loop of lolcats play for the next 20 minutes. Okay, as it turns out, I'm going to get fired if I don't review it. So let's finish this sucker, shall we? Following the conclusion to Amazon's attack, the fan backlash was enormous. While Will Pfeiffer hasn't commented on the series beyond promoting it, he was kind enough to consistently keep his blog open for feedback. Lots of people actually mailed their copies of Amazon's attack back to DC because of how enraged they were, particularly with the ending, but we'll get to that later. Now, I attack this comic a lot, but frankly this whole storyline was an editorial mandate, and a stupid one at that, so I hold no ill will towards Pfeiffer for it. Even its attempts at saving itself are fraught with horrible connotations. Take, for example, the Bana being a story element. Forgiving for a moment that we've already seen the Amazons acting pretty damn evil, what with killing innocent children and all, the Bana themselves are easily a stand-in for real-life terrorists. The Bana originated from Egypt, they engaged in terrorist activities, and, oh yeah, the comic flat-out calls them terrorists! And since the Bana are Middle Eastern, and in this case wearing stereotypical African war paint for some reason, this adds new, uncomfortable layers to this mess. So, with all that, what we've got so far is an unnecessary, unwanted, sexist, and kind of racist story that leads us all to wonder what the hell DC was thinking! So, with all that in mind, let's dig into Amazon's attack number 5 and number 6. Issue 5, of course, is precluded by text explaining the tie-ins. Batman went to Gotham, helped Catwoman with the Bana, and then went back again. Well, that information is completely useless. Next paragraph. Wonder Woman goes back to Themyscira and retrieves the antidote to Nemesis's bee sting. Bees, my god. During this, Circe launches a nuclear attack on Themyscira, somehow and for some reason that isn't explained. Wonder Woman also apparently meets up with the goddess Athena, wanting an explanation for why she hasn't intervened in the war. Athena refuses to justify her actions and sends her back to the battlefield. Wow, wasn't it great to learn all that despite the fact that it has no bearing on the story? As if one exposition page wasn't enough, we go back to a Lex News special report. Can you really call it a special report when this crap has been going on for like a week now in comic? And the reporter says that Superman personally flew the president to Mount Weather, even though in the last issue we clearly saw him and the two blonde boneheads flying back to DC. Story continuity? What's that? But new reports are coming out of Washington. Rumors of a diabolical Amazonian weapon that has somehow completely sealed off the city. A force field? That's just wrong, man. That's just twisted. Superman flies back to Washington and, like an idiot, slams right into the force field. Why is it suddenly invisible when previously we could clearly see the damn thing? Well, there is an actual explanation for this, and that explanation is, hey everybody, look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! Superman contacts Batman, who's on the other side of the bubble. They reiterate what we already know, that nobody can get in or out, and that the most powerful of them are outside the bubble. If the Amazons did do this, then where's the major assault? The one that finishes us off once and for all. So he immediately deducted that it's standard military practice for the Amazons to annihilate a major city, encase that city in a bubble, and then wage a major assault? Wow! Batman is a master strategist!
You magnificent bastard, I read your book!
Meanwhile, Karna, the leader of the Bana, drives Grace towards the bubble. The Bana, the Bana, the Bana. Or, in this case, the Banal. All I hear about the Bana is a series of vague threats. Honestly, it's getting a little boring. Seriously, folks, I think Grace realizes she's in this garbage heap of a comic and isn't standing for it. It's time you learn the true story of the Bana. The true story? Ooh, sounds scandalous. Grace has now become my favorite character in the world, if only because she's not taken this idiocy seriously. Karna gives some bullcrap story about how the Bana were forced out of the Amazons. No, the Bana refused to worship the Greek gods after feeling abandoned by them, so they left voluntarily. Karna says she did a DNA analysis on Grace and discovered that she, too, is a Bana! Oh, who the hell cares by this point? So, this one statement without any kind of actual evidence to back it up is enough for Grace to go all teary-eyed and join the Bana. Ah, rest in peace, Grace Choi's intelligence. Your face-kicking snark was enjoyed. That's only the beginning of your education, Grace. There's more, much more. Or rather less. You see, to be a Bana, you must stop wearing pants and show more cleavage. Wonder Woman reappears from her tie-in material right next to Batman. How convenient. Aren't you even the least bit curious how I managed to appear out of nowhere? Diana, we threw out logic in this comic like 4 issues ago. Just roll with it. Batman brings her up to speed about the magic bubble and indicates that it must be Cersei who's responsible. But she's dead. My mother killed her right in front of me. ... Geez, it's true. The women in this comic really are idiots. Grace and the Bana arrive at the edge of the bubble, but Superman's already there as well. He informs Grace that the Bana were responsible for the attacks on the military bases and the nuclear plant. Grace asks Karna if that's true. ... Hey, look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! Karna shows her true colors and grabs onto Grace, holding a stupid little dagger to her neck and threatens to kill her if Superman should make a move. Despite the fact that Grace has superhuman strength and Superman is obviously faster than Karna, he just lets the Bana pass through the bubble. And you will stand there, wondering how we did it. Ooh, I know how! So Karna stabs Grace in the side and walks off with the rest of the Bana. Well, Grace's heel turn plot point lasted all of 5 pages. I'm so glad they put it in. It was such a vital component to this whole comic that the entire story would have fallen apart without it. Karna and Hippolyta meet up and the 2 Amazon groups join forces. Karna, I am honored you have chosen to join us. At last, the sisters are one, our enemies are trapped, and the final battle can begin! There can be only one! Over to Cersei, who's doing her shtick of explaining to an unnamed faceless Amazon her plans before she kills her. And twirly mustache? Batman, however, knocks out the Amazon and confronts Cersei. The powerful evil sorceress, however, finds her magic disabled, courtesy of some magic phrase that the superhero Zatanna has supplied Batman. Yes, magic is just that easy, folks. No further explanation necessary. And Cersei, the main villain of this whole comic, the sorceress who has cheated death and manipulated everybody, gets knocked out by Batman, who just shoves her over. Hello? Dooms 4? I'm sorry, I want you back. Smoking a lot of Hippolyta rallies the Amazons and Bana for the next attack. Just to showcase how evil we are, let's all talk about how we're going to slaughter weak and defenseless soldiers. However, a red streak of light hits them, killing them all and ending this piece of crap finally. Hooray! It's over! Now I can finally just... No, wait, it was Superman just flying past. And despite the massive explosion, everyone is fine. With Cersei's magic out of the way, the heroes can now storm the... Oh, for crying out loud, there are only 12 superheroes here? 12? It's like the only ones who actually appeared in the comic were the ones who were contractually obligated to be in it. No one else wanted to be a part of it. Cersei picks herself up. Ugh, bastard, that hurt. I'll make him pay for lightly shoving me. Still, I should be thanking him. The Amazons, the Bana, the Mortal Army, and even the heroes of Patriarch's world, ready to annihilate one another in final battle. Everything they fought for, sacrificed for, and died for is about to crumble before their eyes, exactly as I planned! Yes, my evil, nefarious, diabolical plan to... Wait, what the hell was my plan? And what was I trying to achieve with it? Back with Grace, who suddenly remembers that she's super strong, and as such, a simple knife really shouldn't be able to hurt her. And so issue 5 ends with Wonder Woman passing her and telling her to join the battle, which now suddenly includes the US military for some reason. Alrighty, 1 issue to go and it's off to a good start. No text recap for tie-ins and no idiotic Lex News segment. Nuttier than a nut goodie is now all of a sudden in the ruins of the Oval Office with several dead soldiers. Where is she? Where is Gail Simone? I need someone who actually knows how to write my character! Wonder Woman is flying around the Smithsonian in an awkward pose that makes her look like she's doing stretching exercises. She locates Cersei and confronts her. Was your death just another part of your plan? What plan? She planned for Air Force One to be brought down? She planned to get knocked unconscious by Batman? She planned for the Bana to purportedly be the real enemy, only they're not, thus making their entire subplot utterly, totally, completely worthless? Cersei says that Diana won't kill her. So Diana hits her right in the collar with the handle of her sword. no! My clavicle bone! My one weakness! Before Wonder Woman can just kill Circe, thus ending her complex, intricate, and well-orchestrated plan, Mad Mother Hippolyta starts fighting her. Why? Do you really expect an answer? Seriously? Hippolyta gets knocked back into the Smithsonian and comes back out again throwing a plane at Wonder Woman, which is the only point in this mess where this actually is kind of awesome. Thus, she finally has Diana at her mercy. Diana gives the speech she should have given 5 issues ago about how she's not under Circe's control anymore, and that whatever decision she makes is up to her. If this war really is your will and desire, then go ahead. Finish the job. Kill me. Look, somebody just kill somebody! Or better yet, everybody just kill yourselves! No, Hippolyta throws the sword aside. However, Circe has arrived to exposit that this whole thing was never about Wonder Woman. Really? I would have never guessed that, with the almost complete lack of her presence in the comic! Apparently, this was all some scheme to get revenge against the gods for letting Hercules take her daughter away, or some crap like that. Is anyone really paying attention at this point? She further explains that when she brought Hippolyta back to life, she was imbued with Circe's own soul. Little did the gods know she'd be tainted, that she'd be more like me! Yes, that's right, kids. Free will? Float a malarkey. You're just born evil. This is my clue stick! Circe starts attacking them, but then Athena appears in the sky. This has gone far enough. I've been saying that since the first issue! Circe, pinnacle of wisdom that she is, mocks the goddess for not doing anything to stop the war earlier. So Athena vaporizes her. Why do I get the feeling that Circe's stratagem isn't exactly going to be taught alongside Sun Tzu's Art of War? Wonder Woman also starts berating the goddess. Did she not just see Circe get turned into a smoldering hole in the ground? Anyway, Athena says it was time for the Amazons to face a test, one which they failed utterly. F. Quadruple minus. She mentions how Artemis and Philippus didn't do crap and how the Amazons should be held to a higher standard, also mentioning that they're not human, which is total bullcrap but matches with everything else this turd has said. And thus the Amazons must be punished, making them all disappear, and Themyscira suddenly shows up floating 93 miles off the coast. Is the comic over? Can we go home now? Oh, but she's not done yet. Now it's time to yell at everybody else. Athena, looking strangely like Betty Page, says that none of their hands are clean. Some of you acted rashly, endangering the lives of innocents and threatening to take the conflict to a new level. See, even Athena admits this comic keeps reaching new lows. Some of you attacked the rights of others, seeing liberty as just another battlefield casualty. Hot damn, early retirement! And some became so caught up with battle strategy that they worried only how to fight instead of how not to. What the funkin' waggle is she talking about? Batman was supposed to just stand there and get stabbed by the Amazons instead of fighting? The war is over. Make the most of the peace before the inevitable next conflict begins. And so Athena vanishes into the sky. So, anyone want to get a burrito or something? By the way, final page count. Out of 152 pages, Wonder Woman appears in 29. That's not even a fifth of the book. However, we're not done yet. In Olympus, Athena looks into a mystical pool, revealing that the Amazons now live among humans in secret, not knowing their past heritage. The only one who remains is Hippolyta, alone in Themyscira. But wait, what's this? The other Greek gods are chained up, saying that this person isn't Athena? Oh my god. The secret of Amazon's attack! I mean, it could be Ares, god of war, usurping the gods in some fashion. It could be some long-time Wonder Woman foe who makes perfect sense to have been manipulating things. Alright, who is it? Perhaps you're right. Perhaps justice isn't the proper word. But you must admit, goodness has certainly triumphed. Granny Goodness? Granny Goodness? From the friggin' New Gods? A character that has absolutely nothing to do with the Amazons or the Greek pantheon? But what does this have to do with...
Apple, in the bonnet, in the Ah.